I waited for a label, a cosign, really just fucking anybody to notice for so long. And then I just fucking stopped waiting and took it myself. I decided that I was done waiting and I was gonna make something happen. Because the fact of the matter is, man, the time you spend planning and thinking and these new things that you're trying to do, like you're wasting the very time that is gonna get you to where you need to be, or at least to the point where you feel more comfortable with the process and you're just fucking off to the races at that point, man. Nobody's gonna come save you. There's no perfect scenario. There's no perfect circumstances. There's never gonna be a time where you feel like you have enough time, or you feel like you're ready, or you feel like you have the tools and everything you need to do what you need to do. That point never comes. I still never feel like I really have everything I need to pull off the shit I'm trying to do, and all I have is the work. All I have is the work. That's the only thing I can control, man. So you're playing yourself. You're playing yourself every single time you buy something new or try to plan for a new opportunity or rebrand when you haven't even branded anything to begin with. How are you going to rebrand something when you haven't even fucking released a record? Nothing to rebrand, bro. Nobody gave a shit about the first one. You gotta figure out the first one before you fucking go waste a different idea that could be good if you figured out how to actually execute and implement it properly. What are we even talking about? Man, like, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to put in the work for you. Nobody's going to remind you to post. Nobody's going to tell you that you feel ready or that you are ready, because that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Hell, anytime I go back and listen to my old music, I kind of cringe. I can't really listen to it. And at the time, nobody could tell me shit about it not being good. But deep down, I kind of knew. You know, you kind of know in your gut if you're not happy with it. But that didn't stop me from doing the work, dude. That didn't stop me from doing the work, because I love this shit. I love this shit. I was never doing it for dipshit McGee 32 or what they wanted me to post or what they wanted me to write about. I wouldn't have gotten this far. The only reason you give a shit about what I say or what I put in my songs is because I proved the work in a different instance, you know, whether it be Sirens or fucking How High or everything you've heard from me. I have done. I've been responsible for all of it. How you see it, how you come across it, how it sounds. That's me, dude. And people get it backwards a lot of the times. The shit that you do when nobody's watching, and then you share that thing, or you even share the moment of exclusivity where nobody's supposed to be watching, that's the moment. But you don't have anything unless you're doing the thing. Unless you're putting the work in. You're not building anything. You're still just in the planning phase, dude. You're never going to build the house. You can't expect to be... I mean, you're going to be like, where's my deck? And you haven't even started laying your fucking basement yet, dude. Your whole damn life is going to flash by before your very own eyes. It goes quick. The older you get, too, it just goes faster and faster and faster. Before you know it, your parents are dying. Before you know it, your fucking old friends are dying. And before you know it, you're not even talking to anybody you used to who you thought you'd know forever. Like, it doesn't even fucking work like that, man. Life is ever changing. It's constantly evolving. Yes, there's always going to be a core group of people, like your 1025 that you know in person, or even on social media if you like extend it online to a couple hundred. But still, that's all we're capable of. Like, mentally, that is all we're capable of keeping space for other people, because we're all so worried and focused on our own shit. You mean to tell me that you're gonna fucking keep up with 1,000 different people and all their problems and their individual lives and hold yourself accountable to following up with them? Like, you're fucking playing yourself, dude. Playing yourself. Without losing the authenticity. Do it without losing what makes it special in the first place. It's not possible. It's not possible. So that's why those restrictions have to exist. And that's why the discipline comes into play, man. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody's going to save you. Nobody else is going to prove that you're worthy or that you can make a good record. If you don't make good records and you enjoy making records, shut the fuck up and get better at it. What are you waiting for? You'd rather go watch videos or go talk to somebody else and like, oh, watching somebody else make music makes me so inspired to make music. Wow. You're a little bitch, bro. If that was true and you were actually going to take action and you were worth a damn, you would have just gone and did the thing. You would have just fucking hopped right off and started doing the thing. You wouldn't have stayed in there and been like, oh, this makes me want to make music. What's Lundy going to say to me? Anybody? What are they going to say to me? Are they going to say I can make music right now? Bro, we all know somebody like that. And if you're offended, no, I'm talking about you. Because you deserve better for yourself, man. You deserve better. You deserve to hold yourself to a higher standard and keep your promises. Nobody else is going to take you seriously unless you take yourself serious. You don't have to take yourself as a human being serious, but take your business seriously. Take your work seriously. That's a big fucking difference. Devin is not Lundy. Devin is not Lundy. Lundy is a piece of Devin, a fragment of who my actual person is. Sure, it's still authentic, but I pick and choose what I choose to share. People don't know everything about me. I just say what I need to move the needle, get on to the next place, to finish the song, to fucking get my thing out and be selfish about it. But bro, like, I wouldn't have gotten this far if it was for other people. Once you put something out into the world, like, yes, if I put a song out, I know in the back of my head somebody's going to relate to it, maybe even more than I relate to it, and they're going to have their own story and it's going to benefit them. And once you put the song out, it's no longer yours. It's not just yours anymore. It'll always be my record, but it's not just mine. You know, I'm happy to share it with the people who need it. That's what it comes down to. But all of this stuff, I post it for the person who probably hasn't discovered me before, because most of the time, anybody who's watching or ingesting the same fucking content and not taking action, they're not my person. They're not my ideal human being who I want to be surrounded by. Because anybody who isn't putting in the work and who is making excuses, we are not friends. We wouldn't hang out. We wouldn't spend time together. And, like, there's a lot of people who think that they're friends with Lundy, but, bro, Lundy doesn't exist. Understand that. So, man, Lauren, why do I say all of this? What does this have to do with nobody saving your music career? You have to do it in your own way to get to your fucking end goal. You have to set your goal, lock into that shit, and not let anything get in your way, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to help you. Nobody cares about your shit as much as you do. Until you give them a reason to. Nobody gave a fuck about my records, dude. Nobody gave a flying shit about my records. Before I put Sirens out, I had max, like a couple hundred monthly listeners on Spotify. That was like highest it's ever been on a good month. After putting out music for fucking 8-9 years. And just on Spotify for 6 years. Consistently for 2 or 3, you know, like a hard set schedule, like not breaking that promise, following it up, because like I said, nobody's gonna save you. So I just had to get to the point where it's just like, okay, well, I'm blowing my bag and shooting myself in the foot every time I finish something. I need to just disappear and come back so I never disappear again. So I can't be ignored. And that forced me to get my shit together, man, because I just fucking started doing the work. I only say this shit because I've been in that situation. I've been the same artist who was struggling and who was their own obstacle and who was thinking something had to be perfect, and I used to research all these kick drums and where things had to be, or how to get my music out there, blah blah blah, and like, None of that's going to help you. None of it. Doing the work is. Sitting down and just doing the thing. Can't read about doing push-ups, bitch. Can't read about doing push-ups. Do better for you, man. You deserve better. This is your business. Act like it. If you're asking people to be your customers or investors or even just colleagues and you don't take your shit seriously, you're just fucking playing games, dude. You're just fucking playing games. You don't have to take yourself seriously as a person. Have fun. Live life. Live free. Be present with your family. But when it comes to getting the work done, if you're not doing the work, you're not invited in my room. And you'll be kicked the fuck out. If somebody's in my studio, in my house, nobody's an exception to this. If you're in my studio, in my house, while I'm working, and you're fucking off, and you act like some random person entitled jumping into a live stream, and they're pissed off because I don't immediately acknowledge them, or like, oh, hey, Timothy 420, like, I'm working. If you don't like it, either shut up, or if you don't shut up, I will show you the door. Because it takes focus, it takes work. It's not easy, bro. It's like it doesn't happen by accident. You lock in and you do the thing. Motivation doesn't exist. You sit down and your action creates your own inspiration and motivation, because you're like, oh my God, I'm doing something cool. I'm fucking doing this. It's working out. And then you get to start all over again and do it again. It's fucking beautiful. And if you can't enjoy it and envelop yourself in the process and accept that it's going to take so much longer than you think it is, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to fucking suck, but it's going to get really good as long as you don't give up, and you do the work, it gets so fucking good, man. It gets so fucking good. I don't even have to tell you about the fruits of my labor, because everybody has their own different version of success, of making it. You just have to find your version and hold yourself to that standard and create the person who is living that life. You can't expect to live that life if you're not becoming that person, because only that person deserves it. Only that person is putting the work in to earn it and to keep it. Just something to think about. Love you.